Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Welcome to the Trainwell Podcast, where we inspire you to move more, to get stronger, and have fun. Say what up, co-host D.
What's up, Joey? Are you trying to avoid putting our intro music in and just doing it here on the recording?
No, I'm not. I'm trying to mix it up from time to time. That way I don't get stale and locked out. D, we got a quick one today. We got some overrated and underrated. It seems, I was looking through our stats, it seems that these episodes of Overrated, Underrated get some of the most views. Why do you think that is?
The people love it.
I think it's because there's so many topics of fitness out there, right? And we're going to unpack a few of them for you today. But I think it's because for every fitness professional out there, you get one explanation. And then for that same topic, you get a complete different explanation. It's frustrating.
I think that's true. Yeah, so just, take our word for it.
Yeah, take our word for it. Let's get right down to business. So, D, give us overrated or underrated and a quick explanation. Well, it doesn't have to be quick. You established that. And then I'll chime in with my thoughts. But let's kick it off with number one, electrolytes. Overrated, underrated.
Okay, this is a great one because everyone here at Trainwell will know. I feel like I had I don't even know what did I do? Throw a tantrum on a meeting or something about electrolytes because everyone's talking about electrolytes all the time. There are so many companies that make electrolytes. And my thought was like, what? This is salt, people. This isn't anything crazy. What are we talking about here? Do we really need electrolytes? And then here's the thing. I got obsessed with vitamins and minerals. And all of a sudden, I actually was really feeling like they were like helping me. Like not in like a day-to-day where I'm noticing, wow, I feel so much better. But just, I wasn't getting sick. It felt like maybe it was all psychological, but I just felt like I was more hydrated. I was just doing more for my health by like taking some vitamins. So, you know what? I don't know. I do think like if you are eating a diet of food that is like more, I hate calling food clean, like it puts morality on it. But if you're eating whole foods, you do have to add salt in. You do have to add salt in because it is like very beneficial for your body. So, sorry, that was not quick at all. I'm going to say that they're, to use your term, appropriately rated.
Okay, well, a rebuttal. It's not just salt, right? We have to remember that it's magnesium, it's bicarbonate, it's chloride, it's potassium, and sodium is a big part of that. I think it's overrated because so many companies have their own blend, right? And you can easily spend like $100 just on electrolyte supplements. I think it's overhyped because there's a simple way to do it rather than brag about what electrolyte company you'd prefer, right? Just throw a pinch of pink Himalayan sea salt in a lemon.
Yeah.
Fun fact, because a lemon is the highest dense, how do you say this? Electrolyte dense foods, or of the citrus fruits, it's the most electrolyte dense. Quick plug here, Joe DeFranco. Tablespoon of honey, a pinch of pink Himalayan sea salt, a full squeeze of lemon, ice and water. Try that out. It's called Meat Hen Lemonade. Okay, moving on. Ask me number two, D.
I changed my mind, though, because I agree with you. Okay, number two, naps. Overrated, underrated.
Severely underrated. I think our last podcast, we talked about the hustle culture and gym and always go on the go and no days off. Naps are so important for your health. 20 minutes, like minimum, I believe is the clinical dose you need for restorative things in your body. Please get a nap in whenever you can. I know it's extremely hard. You may have to block in time, even if you're a parent, if you're a doctor, a lawyer, whatever you are. I think if you prioritize a little more on recovery and get that nap in, you're going to go a long way.
Okay. I agree with all the benefits of a nap. I definitely agree. And if you can take a nap, you should do it. However, I will say, when I was a new mom and people say, you should be napping when the baby naps. Oof, I could just scream because who, tell me one mom who can just take a nap when their baby naps. There is like when your baby naps, that's the only time you have to actually do something, you know? It's like, I don't want to waste that time just sleeping. I got stuff to do. Or I just want to like hang out with a friend. Like, I'm not going to take a nap right now. Like, my life has been sucked out of me by this kid. Like, this is the one chance I get. I know that used to like make me just like a little bit frustrated, but yeah, sure. If you can take a nap, you should.
I wish we
Under
had nap time in the workplace, right? Imagine
That
that.
would be great. Where
Okay,
everyone's a nap.
big one. GLP-1s, also known as, Wegovy, Ozempic, etc. Overrated, underrated.
I think it needs to be stated that this is purely my personal opinion. Like, this is my personal opinion. I am not a medical doctor, obviously. I'm just a lowly personal trainer in this world. Um, as someone who really cares a lot about intuitive eating, I don't even want to say if this is overrated, underrated. I think it just depends on who you are. Like, honestly, I think there's pros and cons to everything, and there's pros and cons to GLP-1s. And I don't believe in magic bullets with anything. And they promote GLP-1s as if they are a magic bullet. And I think for a lot of people, they maybe are, but the other side of that is like, you do have to stay on them. I recently saw a headline, and this was a headline. I didn't read the article because I was just scrolling through some things. But I saw a headline about how when you go off GLP-1s, you actually gain the weight back faster than if you just go off of like a diet. Anytime there is weight loss, most people, no matter how it's accomplished, gain that weight back. And I think it's something to consider. So I'm not going to say overrated, underrated. I think it depends on who you are. If it's right for you, I have clients who it's right for them and I fully support them, and people who it's not right for them and I fully support them.
Well said. I'm going to say appropriately rated, because if you're out there and you're on one, you should not be ashamed. Like, I mean, if it's for an appropriate reason, right? Like if you have some type 2 diabetes, and if you've been overweight your whole life, and like, that's your business, and don't be ashamed that you're on one. Don't be ashamed to even tell people you are, because people get into that, like shaming themselves, right? And then the other side of the coin is like, don't abuse it. Like, don't do it because, for all the, don't do it for aesthetics, right? Do it primarily for your health. Don't lose sight of your health. I think GLP-1s are great, and if you're out there bashing them, you need to have a deeper look at who's using it and why. And I think all these overrated, underrated topics do depend. So we're just two lonely trainers in the big world. So take it in stride.
Yeah, very personal decision to go on a GLP-1. Okay, Joey, overrated, underrated drop sets. You're going to have to tell our listeners what a drop set is.
Oh, drop sets. Overrated. A drop set is simply like, let's say you do an exercise. Let's just pick a squat, and you get done with your last working set. Let's say you do 3 sets of 8. And after that third set, you drop the weight, and maybe you do 2 of them. So you drop the weight. That's an issue I see, is people drop the weight too much, but you go as many as you can till failure. And then you rest, anywhere from 30 seconds to 90 seconds. You do another one till failure, right? You're just lowering the weight. That's what the drop is, dropping the resistance. They're so useful. They're great, but I think a lot of people hype them up too much, and they drop way too low. A great rule of thumb is only 10%. So if you're doing 100 pounds, the drop set, right? It shouldn't be like go to 50 pounds, go to 90, maybe 80 if in that context, but don't drop it. And don't do them a lot, because they are extremely fatiguing. And for most people just training for general health, you don't really need them. They are fun though.
Yeah, I agree. Underrated, overrated, because they are fun, but there's 1,000 ways to do an exercise effectively. You don't ever need to do a drop set to, see the progress you want to see.
Check out rest pause sets, and check out cluster sets too. Those are, don't just get sold on drop sets and supersets and trisets and all that. Okay, last one, D. This is a big one. This one that really came into the industry probably 10 years ago. I remember foam rolling. Overrated, underrated.
To me, overrated for sure. Because I guess it just depends on why you're choosing to foam roll. Like, are you choosing to foam roll as just like because it feels good. It's like, feels like a massage. Like, yeah, go for it. Like, definitely foam roll. Sure. Are you choosing to foam roll because you think it's going to like help you with like recovery? Like, you might get some immediate relief or like loosening from foam rolling, but pretty quickly it's, you're going to go right back to how you were feeling. It's like with everything, you have to do things extended over time. Additionally, I think a lot of people, it's like very painful for them to foam roll in certain areas, like IT band, for example. Oh my gosh, that's painful. And a lot of people will resist against it. And then you're like tightening your muscle, you're like resisting it. You're not breathing anymore. And like at that point, it's like, why are we even bothering to do this? I personally have just never felt like a huge benefit from foam rolling other than the fact that it like feels good in the moment. Like it's like a nice stretching tool, I guess. But yeah, I'm not seeing a huge benefit to doing it.
Don't foam roll your IT bands ever, because you're not going to change anything. Google it, research it, dive deep into it. You get influence on foam rolling your TFL, which is like a high hip muscle in your glute. But I think it's overrated because it's never used appropriately, right? To truly get some, this is called self-myofascial release. Foam rolling is too blunt of a tool to be self-myofascial release, but you need to be on that muscle for like 2 minutes to make any kind of change. And then you want to follow it up with some stretching, and then you want to activate whatever is underactive. So if your quads are overactive and constantly on hip flexors, you need to activate the backside. Foam rolling is just a small tool in that toolbox. You shouldn't need to foam roll before every single session. So I think it's overrated and not used properly.
Okay. Nailed it. I think we actually agreed on those.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my God, first time ever. Somebody write this date down. This is the first time Joey and I agreed on anything. Okay, thank you as always for listening to the Trainwell Podcast. If you would like to have your very own Trainwell personal trainer, go ahead and click the link in the show notes and you can try us out for 14 days free.
Share the episode with your friends, your family, your loved ones. We love you. Talk to you next time.